Okay. How is everything going? There's nobody here. That's fun. We can go ahead and get started anyway. Something went wrong. What went wrong? YouTube is telling me something's wrong. And until somebody joins, I have no way of knowing what that is. So, I could check. What's going on? What's going on? Looks fine to me. I don't know. Shall we get started then? I'm gonna send out a little announcement real quick, letting everybody know that it's started. Once the announcement goes out, we'll start with proper stream stuff. Okay. I cannot see the live chat, so I'll really just be talking at you guys. I'm in a side account rather than my main one, if that wasn't obvious enough. I don't want you guys snooping at my subscriptions. So, reacting to old videos as well as discussing the lore. Let's do this. Oldest? Oh god. I remember that OC already. When was this? Oh, this was just when I would screen record individual little animated shot. Oh my gosh. Oh, March 12th. Hang on. The shrinking. I know this is I virtue of Abandoned Millionaire. So I feel like I have to explain that now. So before this video, this wasn't actually my first video. My first video was something called The Abandoned Millionaire, and it was a series that I did on Roblox Brookhaven. That was just me using this little screen recording that you can see in the corner here. I cringe every time I think back on it. I would just change my little character and do different voices in my sixth grade voice at the time that this was. And it was a story I made where this kid is like abandoned and becomes homeless, but then finds out she's secretly a millionaire because of her millionaire dad died and she gets the inheritance or whatever it was. I never finished it. The original's down. I don't even think if I go to my like private videos. I don't even think it's there. It's down completely. It can never be seen by the world again. Do you even bother watching the rest of this? It's just showing off the OC. Which I don't even know what I was doing. You can tell my gotcha style has changed massively, though. What do we look at now? This is older. I still can't see the chat. Something went wrong. So I'm just gonna keep watching things until something comes up. I messed up, so my new OC. And so I accidentally deleted this original one, and this one is what brought me the one that I used for a long time. How long did I even go with that one? It's a while, I know. We'll worry about that later. That's not the point. I think this is a trend, but I don't know the name of it. Laughing, crying emoji. What do I have to do to strangle sixth grade me? This music, yeah. I know how to song. I don't even know if you guys can hear the music, but I didn't know where to get the sounds for things. So just using the generic sounds we were allowed to use in KineMaster. Why is he moving so slow? Can you take your eye patch off? Or take off your eye patch? Oh, so spooky. She has a red eye. I'll think of something that makes me really mad, and she has to shrink down. Wow, the shot that totally fit. Years later. Wow, so scary. So cool. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Oh my god. Hello? Okay, it sent me back to home. So, I know the point of the stream was to be a lore stream. So, let's find the actual stuff with lore we want to talk about. Because I ditched a lot. Social reality? I remember that. Oh my god. Oh, I will probably make a complete reacting to old videos stream later. But right now, this is a lore stream. So what we want to look at is stuff like these. Yes. But let's not even look in the playlist. We have the. I went into it. I did not mean to. I have the complete arc 1. Let's find the original version. You know what? No, this is probably fine. Actually, yeah, let's watch this one. This is fine. Okay, so let's talk about the lore behind this. So the thing with this series is that originally I never planned on it existing. I just realized you guys can see the messy room behind me. Ignore that. I haven't had time to clean. Originally, I made this as part of, because there was a trend going on, a gotcha trend, where it would be like that It's like, oh, what's your name? Oh, my name is blah blah blah. It's like, slap them. Like, I said, what's your name? And they'll say like experiment number something something. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. But like, imagine if like the astrals were kept in the lab. Ooh, so I did it with that. And that's what led to this. Now it's like one of my most popular series. And I love this series. I really do. But when I first made the first episode, there wasn't much of a plan behind it. So the beginning is very shaky, which is why, because obviously in the complete lab arc video, because which season arc, I've separated the seasons by the arc. So this is the lab arc that we're about to see. So yeah, so in the original like actual episode 1 video, we can like we don't see 100, and when we go to episode 2, it's like, oh, this happens before episode 1. Something we see the old scene of the meeting 100, which most of you have already guessed who 100 is. Like, there's going to be a reveal, but it's kind of obvious, I feel. So most Yeah, right. So that scene, we get introduced to 100, and then it immediately cuts to a clip. It's like, if you haven't seen part 1, go watch it now. This next thing like takes place right after it, or whatever. Because when I made the first episode, I really didn't have a plan. I didn't have a plan for the first few episodes. I've got the plan now. I know what I'm doing now. I've got like BAU delved out. I've got lore for myself. Um, which we will discuss the lore as things pop up in this little reaction. All right, let's skip it back. And again, if anybody's saying anything in the chat, I can't see it. It's saying something went wrong. I don't even know if you can send anything because there's an error of some kind. So sorry about that. So I would have, or else I would have loved to answer questions you guys had. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mister. I'm here to warn you about astrals. Astrals are all evil, no matter what you may think. They must be out of our world. So if you see one, report them to us. We'll take care of them. I think I covered it a little bit in the Q&A video, but we haven't really gotten into it in the series, which we will. We will eventually. We will get into it in the series eventually. But the reason Mister is so against astrals is because he had a bad experience with astrals in the past involving his family members. So now he's like distrustful of all of them. It's like, if one astral is evil, then all the astrals must be evil, blah blah blah. But I don't want to spoil too much about his lore because we will get into it eventually. Even though we've left the lab, he is still important. He's not the main antagonist. That's still going to end up being Block Swatch. This is a Block Swatch AU after all. Mister is more like the secondary antagonist. He's the antagonist until Block Swatch shows up, until the kids are grown up. Everyone welcome the new asset, 100, when they get a chance. Oh, I can't wait to meet them. Let's go right now. Hi, I'm 29, and I'm 78. It's nice to meet you, 100. It's a pleasure to meet you. And am I the only one getting a weird vibe from this room? Because it's the experimentation room. I do want to explain. So why are these kids are like around the same age? 100 is like a year older than these. So why is it like 29, 78, 100? The way the numbering system goes is that anytime a new kid comes along, it's just the old number. not the old number, the next number in line, which means there have been 100 kids, or just astrals in general. Not all of them have been kids. All the ones we see are kids because they're the ones easiest to kidnap, which some kids of the astral kids have actually been brought in by their parents because they believe the whole astrals are dangerous thing, and we can see my child creating the powers of an astral. So they would willingly turn over their children, which is I had it in my notes. It was either right. It was 100. 100 was turned over willingly. The 29 and 78 were kidnapped. So, but like, say a kid dies, so now so that number is done with, and the next time they find another kid, that's the next number. So there's not 100 kids in the facility. There's only like 20 or something around that number. I haven't thought of an exact number. Yeah. Now that you mention it. Good afternoon, kids. Oh, look at him trying to be nice. Good afternoon, mister. Good afternoon. You three head off to your room. 78, meet me back in here in about 30 minutes. I thought I was so cool for doing that little nod thing. I want you to use your powers again. Try to lift your teddy for me. And then he comes to power. Wow. Is that it? You are an astral. You are not doing your best. He's witnessed powerful astrals he's witnessed have been adults. So let's electrocute this small child, but she is not supposed to be that large. That is a literal child. Anyway, 78. You in there? Yeah. Guess what? Mr. complimented me on my powers today. Yay! 29, that's great. I'm starting to think Mr. doesn't like me. He loves us all. You know that, does he? Does he really love you? Mm-mm. He just wants you to do your best. Oh no, what is this? Foreshadowing? It was a nightmare. Well, all assets, please report to the training hall. Which I forgot to give this little NPC background character a collar. So this kid's just living his best life. He doesn't have to worry about the shock collar. I wonder why Mr. Gadget is here so early in the morning, especially all at once. Maybe he had a power exercise idea come to him in his sleep. Shut up, you don't have to worry about the shocks. 50, please come in. So, see you later. And that's why he complimented me yesterday. I want to change what I did with the text so badly. I could hardly read that. Oh my gosh. And then with Mr. speech, it's white. And there's so much white. Everyone's wearing white clothing. So I'm having to like maneuver it to make sure it's not on top of anybody. 29, please step inside the experiment room. Well, that's me. Good luck. A few minutes later. Oh, says please report to your sleeping chamber. I never did the experiment. Oh wow. It's almost like the dream that you had was a vision of the future. Which, because I know it gets discussed later, so I probably don't have to pause it right now, but I would rather this not be copyrighted because of the music I put on top of all these parts. So I'm going to talk about it right here. So the experiment was going in and out of limbo at will, which we talk about limbo in the actual Block Swatch series that this is based off of. And so we know that there are monsters in there, and sometimes the astrals are just flung into it when they don't want to be, and they're just suddenly surrounded by monsters, which is how the monsters get them in the first place. So, but also, you know, the reason Mister doesn't really care about them surviving the monsters. They care that if they choose not to go in there because they know about the monsters, they won't have the chance to, you know, slip under the radar and get out, which is exactly how they escape. So he's like, do this so you can stay out of limbo. If you stay out of limbo, you won't be eaten by monsters. I'm doing a good thing. But really, he's just, I don't want them to have the possibility of escaping and me not know about it. So it was one of the monsters. It was one of the monsters in Limbo that killed 29. I don't even know if you guys can hear the music. Oh no, he's so sad. What's wrong? Unfortunately, 29 has passed away. All testing will be set aside until next week. I'm so sorry. It all happened because of this morning's testing. It killed her. Mister would never harm us on purpose, right? If he didn't want to hurt us, why do we wear these collars? It doesn't matter anyway. We'll meet the same fate soon. Oh no, 78's going through his angsty phase. You're 6 years old, man. It's not time to be angsty yet. You're not supposed to be an angsty teen at 6 years old. Live chat working yet? No, it's not. Let's keep going. Unless we escape. And I have a plan. A week later, I'm about to be called in to practice going in and out of limbo. Since you already mastered doing it at will, you will join me once I go in. I hate going there. I'm only doing this for our escape. I know you guys already figured out who 100 is, so I don't mind saying it. I know that Robbie, the whole reason he gets possessed by Bloxwatch in the first place is that he was forced into limbo, which is this would imply that, oh, he's already mastered it. But that's the thing. If you don't continuously practice something, you can still forget how to do it sometimes. And there's also the fact that in my lore, because I don't know if a lot of my lore for this could definitely not be to Oblivious HD's Bloxwatch, since we got one episode and that's it. So a lot of this is just me throwing stuff at the wall and coming up with whatever the heck I want. So I'm saying Bloxwatch forced him there. For when we eventually get to that, that's going to be in a later arc. That's not to like. Okay, so we're currently in the war arc. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll land in the high school arc. It'll be like the very end of the high school arc. Because there's going to be 4 arcs in this. There's the lab arc, the war arc, the high school arc, and the Bloxwatch arc. Which will be the final arc. It was at that moment I realized I forgot to give him little leg bandages, so I just was like, oh, instead of making them randomly appear, we'll just have them bend down and put them on. Breathing out. And he said, don't be scared. You can do this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Again, he is way too large here. For one, try to go to limbo. Which, yeah, see, sorry for the size change. Notice the chain attached to his neck. So, again, it's one of those. He says it's like, oh, pull on the chain and we can see the effects of the chain on this side, so I can try and find a way to pull you out. When really it's just so he can't run away. I can't do it. I failed. Oh, he's going through his angsty teen phase again. 29 would be disappointed in me. No, she wouldn't. I failed her more than any other. Again, with I have to jump the white text around because they're wearing white clothes. I don't ever want to make the same mistake again. Do this for 29. If something goes wrong, just pull on the chain. Maybe he actually does care. He doesn't, which is why his expression immediately changes once he's gone. It's called a manipulation tactic. Yep, and there's 100 waiting. Took you long enough. Uses the power to get the chain off. Now, why couldn't Assistant, get over here now. Will I eventually make a design for the assistant? Probably. Yeah, I probably will actually, towards like the high school arc, end of the war arc thing. The assistant will show up eventually. So why couldn't why couldn't they use their own towers on the chain? So it's one of the same thing with the collars. Why couldn't they use their own towers on their collars? If they activate their powers without like ways that he wants, it's like, come into the experiment room, use your powers to lift a thing. Oh, the shock collar won't go off. If you try to activate it when you're like in your bedroom doing your own thing, it'll activate the shock collar. It's one of those things. He has control over it. It can like detect the magic or whatever. And so it's like, oh, going in and out of limbo, that's not the same thing as like actually activating the power. So that doesn't go off, which is why 100 could just do it all fine and dandy. Assistant, get over here now. So explain to me again what this place is. Limbo is a dark version of our world, with a lot of evil creatures wanting to get out. Only astrals can see inside of Limbo. I stole that from the Oblivious HD episode, from what Zach tells Charlie. So I'm saying I got it from 100 in this scene. That's all you really need to know. Help! Oh no! His shock collar's going off. Oh no! There's not much to say about that scene except Mr. realized he was gone. Like, if he had died, his body would have showed back up in the regular world. That's it. So if no the chain's down on the ground, so it's not like it's still attached to something, and no corpse showed back up, which means he got out, and it wasn't that he just got attacked by a monster that happened to be in the room again. So obviously, the only way to get him out is shock collar. Oh, he woke up. Yay. In the middle of the woods. What happened? Your collar started going off on the highest setting. It wouldn't stop, and the voltage was so strong that it knocked you out. It took a while, but I managed to get the collar off of you. After that, it was just a matter of when you were going to wake up. How long was I out for? About 24 hours. A whole day. Is it alright if you help me get my collar off before Master realizes? Master! It's not supposed to be Mister. I don't call him Master, it's Mister. Mr. Science Man. Which, again, with the shock collars go off if they use the magic without permission, which means it hurts 100 to get it off of 78. But I mean, who cares? They care about each other. They're best bros. Yeah, let's get that color off of you, buddy. Again, I thought it was so cool for doing that little nod thing. Time's up. Oh, he's so sad. And there's an apple. Did this thing just fall from the sky? I knew the outside world was cool. I wonder what it is. Maybe I can ask 100 when he wakes up. They know a lot more about this stuff than me. Later. I don't know what it is, but I do know that it is edible. We actually get to eat it. Sounds hot. I'll go see what that noise was. Again, you guys instantly figured out who this was. Violet. Which we know that in the Oblivious HD Blocks Watch, Violet and Robbie are, which means Robbie's gonna get adopted, if that was made clear enough. Why are you staring at me? I'm sorry. Do calm down. It's not that big a deal. If you wanted a piece of my chocolate, you could have just said so. What is chocolate? You don't know what chocolate is? That is so sad. By the way, how old are you? I don't I don't know. Okay, so I feel like I have to discuss this too. For someone who only recently joined the lab and was in the outside world for a while before that, 100 sure doesn't seem to know a whole lot. Mind manipulation. He doesn't remember the outside world. He knows vague concepts and ideas. He doesn't remember his parents or his life outside, nothing like that. If he had friends, it's all gone. So it's not like he has a family he's going to go searching for or has the memory of his own parents betraying him who sent him to the lab. What about you? How old are you? I'm 6 years old. Which, right, so Violet, 78 slash Zach, 29, are all six. Robbie is 7. So Robbie slash 100 is 7. That's my mom. I better go. See you later, mystery boy. She had something called chocolate. Anyways, we should get moving. Yeah, you're right. You alright? I'm fine. It's just, we don't know what it's like out here. What if something bad happens? I won't let it happen. Oh, so spooky. So cool. uh, I know we're getting to the more recent episodes for this part, but uh, 78 still in his angsty teen phase. I wrote that out of him as soon as I realized what I was doing. It's like, this is a 6-year-old, even to the loss of his best friend and the escaping of the only world he knows. He wouldn't be acting like that. So I wrote that out of him. The whole, I failed. I can't do it. I let her down. We'll meet the same fate soon. Yes, no, that's not. He doesn't act like that anymore. He's still very angsty, obviously, but no, he doesn't act like that anymore. And that's how 29 became my best friend. He fell. Why did you stop? It's the mystery boy I was telling you about. You can go say hi to your friend if you want. Or send your 6-year-old off. Violet! Kid, get behind me. But why? Quickly! You need to stay away from them. What? I know who you are. Okay, your people killed my husband. Okay, so there was a lot of confusion around this episode. A lot of confusion. So I just need to cover something. This was during the last guest war, which is what the bake not the bacon Blox Watch is a prequel. So at this point, the bacon hair war in from the last guest is still going on, and 78 flashback is a bacon hair. So you see this war criminal's child. He's not a war criminal, obviously, but it's like, oh, if there's one of you, there might be more of you. Just because you're a child doesn't mean, you were still probably raised to be like them. So, also random word drop for Violet's family is that her dad's dead. So, yeah. So, because there was a lot of confusion. She's not talking about astral tears. She's talking about taking hair. I will let you take my daughter too. Wait. Oh, you really made me hate myself. Had to stop before I break myself. No, please. I mean, valid reaction. This random lady's telling us you to get out of here, so you get out of here. But what took you so long to act up? Anyway, he never does really stand up for his friend. He has this little moment that we're about to watch, but that's about it. This is your fault. What did I do with the hair there? What was that? Hang on. What is that? Wait, what was that? Okay, send her off. Yeah, no, he never actually stands up for his friend. Astral, such as yourself. Oh, right, this is when I did change the text. Oh, I'm so glad I did. Astral such as yourself have these natural urges to do evil, which is why these astrals here, so you don't harm the outside world, and the outside world doesn't harm you. Alrighty, you're all set up now. Thank you, Mister. So this is him realizing that he's falling into the evil tendencies that they supposedly have. They don't. That was a very valid reaction, honestly. You're this lady just came up, like, was holding you down pretty much, and was screaming at your like only friend until he ran off crying into the woods. So you pushed her away. That's all he did. He didn't hurt her. He just pushed her away off of him. Oh no. But now he thinks he's evil. So tap, tap, tap. 29. Well, it's good to know you haven't forgotten me yet. What are you doing out here? 100, I escaped after you. Cheer up, it's alright. The 78 I know would never give up when things got tough. I need to go now, but don't worry, this isn't the last you'll see of me. Okay, so why did 29 show up? Also, get your eyes off here, man. Oh, what did I do? I need to do full screen. Get your eyes off here, man. So, how did she show up? So, again, I don't know what Oblivious HD's lore is, but the lore for this AU is that, like regular people will move on to the afterlife when they die. The afterlife for astrals, they get stuck in limbo. The monsters don't want to eat them because they're not things they can eat or whatever, so they're just chilling there, which is why Bloxwatch was in limbo in the first place. He's dead. So technically, I don't know why I made her be able to visit him. That was not a lore plan. I don't have that like noted down in any of my notes and my lore stuff. But let's just say she can visit him. Only, when an astral goes to limbo, everyone can see the astral. But when a dead astral comes back to the regular world, only other astrals can see it. Let's say that. Which I know she doesn't have her scars or any for like gore from her death because she's appearing in the regular world. As soon as she goes back to limbo, she had just got like pulled back to it. Drains a lot of her strength to appear 78 right now. She'll go back to having all those the like scars, the bleeding, open chest wounds. I need to go now, but this isn't the last you'll see of me. She shows up in the next episode. Wait, no! I'm going insane. What did you know here? And we have the elite guard, who is just on his way back to the camp after hunting down guest 1337's family. So, in the last guest win, this elite guard goes to that hospital and is watching Guest's family, gets to a fight with Matt, gets shot at by Molly, but eventually escapes. This is him on his way back to the Bacon camp after that. Like, he was on his way back to go tell his boss about what happened. He just picks up a child along the way. So, to be continued in season 2. Oh, so cool. See, this is what I'm here. Oh, no, go back. Wait, pause. So I don't think it gets brought up like at all during like these episodes that are currently out. So I do want to go ahead and say something. So if you haven't connected it already, whenever there's an astral speaking, their text color is the same as their powers are whenever that happens. But it's more than just random colors connected to their powers. Also, the color of the gemstone that they're connected to. Like in Bloxwatch, you see Charlotte. Charlotte. Sorry, English is hard sometimes. We see Charlotte got the pink gem. So for my lore, I don't know what Oblivious HD had planned. Every astral is tied to a gem. So like when one astral dies, the next baby that will be born is tied to that gem. In the afterlife, an astral, like they're in the limbo, but they no longer have connection to those powers. Which is why, for my specific AU thing, that is why Bloxwatch went after Robbie. They were connected by the same gem. He wanted his original powers back. Which every gemstone has like the basic abilities of like, oh, you can make things levitate, telekinesis basics like that. You can like push them. So, it's a piece of force. But every gem also has its own thing connected to it based on like where it's from and like the codes and whatnot. The minerals within this magical gem, which is why Robbie and Bloxwatch theirs was lightning. I haven't fully figured out what everyone else's is yet, but it will come up eventually. No spoilers though. You guys are gonna have to wait for that. Sir, I found the kid in the woods out by the city. I don't have time for this right now. Jez and the others escaped. The others being Get and Rose. Just drop him off at the orphanage and get that kid a uniform. He's not in the bacon hair uniform. He's not in that motorcycle jacket. I don't like it here. I need to find a way back to 100. I wouldn't like it here either. So you were the new kid. Heard you were delivered personally by one of the elite guards. I heard he was caught sneaking around outside of the city. So tough guy. You got a name? Experiment 78. Again, valid reaction by some kid that was found. You've never seen this kid before. He was just picked up off the street. They go, "What's your name?" Experiment 78. That I'd be shocked too. They're making fun of him in a few seconds, which isn't valid, but ha ha ha. Yeah, see that's not the shock. Those are our bullies. I don't have names for the characters. There's like one of them is named in my note in my gotcha characters on here. One is named Bully and the other one is Orphan. I forgot which one I had for it, or else I'd tell you which one it was. But oh well. Hey, not much of a talker, I see. Well, that's okay. My name is Max. Nice to meet you too. I'm 78. That really isn't a name. That's all I've ever been called. Well, what if I helped you come up with a name? A real one. Okay. That's how Zach gets his name. Max him one. Which originally my plan, when I first started the series, my plan was that when he gets out of the lab, somebody asks, oh, what's your name? But he'll be like out in public and he'll like see some like store or restaurant sign that says like Zach on it. It's like Zach's hardware store or Zach's bakery or whatever. He's like, oh, Zach. But I ended up going against that because now I going in a completely different direction than like I was planning for like episode 2. I had no plan for episode 1. I was going to end it there, but then I kept going, and the plans definitely changed since then. But I'm really liking how I have it going now, much better than I had originally planned. Well, if it isn't the experiment freak, actually, my name is. I don't care. I just want to make sure you know how things work around here. Grips him by the back of the hair. Let me go. Yeah, I don't think so. Are you guys seriously still awake? Zach! Grabs her and throws her. Which is why. That's the only reason he got mad in this scene. He didn't care about being literally assaulted. He was about to be assaulted. He's used to being harmed, but harming his friends is where things go wrong. He didn't care about leaving the lab until 29 died. He didn't care about fighting back against guys until they hurt Mac. And then this guy gets impaled. So this is where we leave off. Oh gosh. Oh, this is... Okay, yeah. So he's dead. Will end up getting knocked unconscious. She's currently like a bit out of it, but like she'll wake back up because she's currently unconscious. And see what's going on, and obviously freak out, and that's where we'll be starting the next episode. Which because he's going full crazy. So the thing with my lore again is the powers are tied to the emotion. So like there's obviously this specific training you have to do to get it more powerful. But, like sudden bursts of anger and stuff cause these like sudden like bursts of magic, which is why like when he was being electrocuted earlier back in Arc 1, he like there's power that went out. Yeah, so which is why for my little by the time you reach the high school arc and in the block switch thing, he always seems to like uncaring is because he's trying to stay calm and as neutral as possible as to not accidentally activate his powers and hurt someone. So that's that. So now that I've covered experiment subject, do we have time for another thing? Again, done covering. You know what? There's only one episode of the Crystal Games. We could probably cover that. Crystal Games, episode 1. I don't know if you guys can hear this, and again, because my life is not working. So we'll just let this play. I'll have closed captions on in case you can't see it.
What the? Where am I?
Good morning, sleepyhead.
We're just gonna react to this fully, and then I'll talk about it.
Don't freak out. I always forget how jumpy newcomers are. I'm Player E, and you are?
I don't know. I don't know my name.
Calm down, newbie. This is completely normal. There should be a paper in your pocket with all the information you need.
Why did I have music at this part? I just want to be silent. It's crazy considering most of the other stuff I'm
Let's
making.
try this again. Hi, I'm E. What's your name?
I'm Player U, apparently.
So I guess that makes her Player V.
Oh my
Everyone
gosh.
his body on the floor.
Welcome to the waking world, V. I'm E, and don't worry, I'm a friend.
Wait, where am I? How did I get here?
There's a big...
There's something I'm going to point out. So, U and E, those are both, they're all volunteers. No, I'm not paying anybody. These are all volunteers. But these are like people signed up for this. But V, that is my friend who I forced to do it because I was running out of time.
paper in your pocket.
That's right. I'll be your tour guide in the games. For now, at least.
I feel like there should have been there was supposed to be a pause between those two statements. Like that's right. As in, there's a paper in your pocket. Pause. We're changing topics. I am going to be your tour guide in the game. I'll be your But it just sounds like you say that's right. I will be your tour guide in the games. But that's as if someone brought it up already. But
I'll introduce you to a few villagers, tell you which animals and plants to avoid, and
Games? What games?
It says on the paper, whoever collects all 10 crystals and wins the games may leave.
that's right. Welcome to
So I don't know. What do you mean? What games? You were just reading the paper. No, she read her name. That was all she read. She looked at it, said, "Your name, player you." Okay, I guess that's my name. She stopped looking after that. Welcome to the Crystal Games.
the Crystal Games.
So we just need to collect a few shiny rocks and we get to leave.
Well, there is a challenge attached to each one. No
This is where we get to the episodic stuff. There's a challenge attached to each sec. So we get the first few episodes are just like, introduce us to the world and the characters. And then there's going to be more episodic things where it's like there's a challenge to the crystal each episode. Then towards the end, it's more like we're almost there. We might actually get out. Then more things are revealed. There are twists, and then I don't want to spoil anything, but stuff goes down.
no one's actually managed to escape yet. Some of us have been
Y'all are
trying
gonna do
for
it in one
years.
Years?
I'm sure it'll be fine. Maybe it will be our good luck charm.
Yeah, right.
Does look like the sun is starting to set,
Okay.
though. How about we go ahead and get moving to the village before the looters come out for the night?
Okay, so we'll cover the looters later. Go ahead. This is a lore stream. I'm not just gonna say, oh no spoilers. So the looters are other players who went against the village, which is where all the main players are. So because again, people are named after letters, so there's only can be up to 26 people. So there's not that many people in general. But the looters are considered the bad guys, which we cover them more. We start learning more about them by episode 3.
Bitch.
Looters.
The sooner we hurry up, the sooner we get to an actual bed. Now, chop chop.
I just woke up.
Well, I didn't.
Fine, let's go.
I knew I'm like you.
Okay, give a little credit. Yeah, these are all on Funimate, by the way. They aren't on YouTube. They might probably have YouTube. These are their Funimate username, which I think Showtime changed theirs. Oh well, it'll be updated in 5 minutes. So that really is all we have time for. I have to go study for my classes now. Have a DV later. That's some personal lore for you. So thank you for anybody who joined us today. And this unlike my previous streams, this one will stay up, so anybody can catch up and watch these later. So, but I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.